Alright guys, welcome back to Our World Outdoors. I'm Tony, and this is a re-upload. A very helpful subscriber stepped up to the plate and said, "Hey dummy, when you guys put your marks in here, they got moved. They're supposed to be down here covering your address. Take that video down." So I pulled the video, so I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to kind of shorten it from last time. Alright, so this is the bill for the month of June. $46.40, did excellent. Which we were out of town for a week on vacation, but we had some other people taking care of our animals, using the power a little different than we normally do, so I thought it was going to be much higher. It ended up being much lower. Our supplier charges was $16.69 and delivery charges was $29.71, using a total of 339 kilowatt hours. Amazing bill, super low. This is also the time of year when our panels produce the most because of the angle they're on. They are on a fixed angle, so this time of year is probably about the best as far as sun collection based on that angle. Now that was only for 28 days though. You guys have seen some of our bills go up to 34 days, 28 days, which is one of the reasons why it's probably so low. Okay, so you guys know that I really like the comparison on similar efficient homes. It does say here that the efficient homes, based on what they put efficient similar homes, is the top 20 percentile. Okay, their top 20 best homes in our home size is what they compare us to. So they're basically throwing their best top 20% at us. Alright, so similar homes of our size are using 1,113 kilowatt hours in this this time frame. Similar efficient homes are using 628 kilowatt hours, and that's their top 20%. We use 339, so we killed it, and we got their little grate. All right, it says right down here, as a tip, turn your water heater off or down when you're away. Save up to $25 for 4 weeks of vacation. We do a version of this. We have a timer that can turn your hot water tank on and off. There is absolutely no need for anybody to have a hot water heater on all day long. No need. When our kids lived here, we would set it to run for about 4 or 5 hours a night. That would get all our showers, baths, you know, everybody shaving, because we got a house full of boys, you know, dishes, everything done. And then throughout the day, it would shut off late at night and stay off during the day. And if I needed to do dishes or take a quick shower or whatever, there's plenty of hot water still hot in the hot water tank to use. Now that the kids don't live at home anymore, we basically just have the timer set to be off all the time. It has a switch, and you can flip that switch and it'll come on for an hour and then kick off again. And that actually is all the hot water we end up needing, because it heats it up, we take our showers, and then we have hot water that's still in the tank that we can use, you know, throughout the day whenever. So that's one of the major ways we're saving money right now. That's not really realistic for most people, just to have it on for an hour. But buying those timers, it only costs $50 to turn it off a few hours a day. Even if you just have it set to turn it off when you're asleep at night, will save you so much money. The timer at Home Depot is only like $40 or $50. You'll pay that off in a month or two. And it's really not hard to wire in. It's very simple. So let's keep going here. Alright, so it says this June you've used 53% less electricity than last June. So that's a great improvement. It says you used 375 kilowatt hours less. That's enough to refrigerate your groceries for 7 months. And they're talking about a big side-by-side refrigerator, not a regular one like what we run. So basically we've cut our usage in half since last June. One of the ways we've done that is we use the air conditioner a lot less, but I did some insulating. Basically, we went around the inside of our walls in our house and built it out with furring strips and I put plastic and foam insulation and then re-drywalled and re-trimmed and basically super insulated our house. Now when we want to air condition, you know, usually we just turn it on in the evenings or in our bedroom and do like hour blasts where it brings it down to about 70 degrees, and then we turn it off. And then about 4 hours later, 5 hours later, when I start to feel it getting a little warm in the bedroom, I'll go hit it again and turn it, you know, on for half an hour or so and then turn it back off. Normally that would say, people would be like, well, you're not getting sleep. Well, I get up every 4 hours in the winter to fill the wood burner too, so it's not really a big deal to me. But basically we don't try and air condition our whole house at once, and when we do, we don't just leave it run. We turn it on and off as needed, and that is a huge power saving. And another thing is we use a window air conditioner, a whole house air conditioner. There's nothing efficient about that. You know, it's just not. Now, in your house, your hot water heater is pretty much number one. Anytime you're heating something, you're using a lot of power. So your hot water heater, your dryer, and your stove, those are all major power suckers. So those are things that you can look at trying to use less of to improve your system. But the byproduct is the money savings. Now, we're working on getting the figures together. We're triple checking everything because I want to have the numbers right. But we're figuring out how much coal it takes to produce enough electricity to run an average home. And then we're going to compare that to what we're using just to show you the actual footprint, the carbon footprint that we're reducing. The byproduct of this is we save money, but we don't technically do this to save money. We do this because we enjoy the outdoors. We want to do a better job of our stewardship of our own land, but we also want to make sure that we're not senselessly using electricity and hurting the environment, because we all have to do our own part, even if it's something as small as this. I mean, in the grand scale of things, this is not huge, but it actually does help. And enough incentives and stuff have gone out to people to make changes, because even here in our locality, they have actually shut down one of their coal burning reactors on our grid. So that shows you a whole one not getting fed coal all day long, a whole reactor. Think about that. Think about how many natural resources are being saved, how much less strip mining is necessary. And you know, you'll come to realize that this does make a difference. This is important. So just kind of want to keep everybody up to date. Pretty much the rest of the system hasn't changed. We do have everything to build the off-grid system and the off-grid generator. We're just waiting to get the batteries. We haven't been able to make it to that point yet. Upcoming videos on all that, as well as some other stuff. We got a tree planting coming up about probably October is when all the trees go on sale, where they're clearancing them out. We'll be going and buying a bunch more to plant more again this year, just like we do every year. You'll see that we plant a lot of fruit trees. That's to feed wildlife. We don't find a bunch of point in planting pretty things that don't feed the wildlife. So we'll go buy all the discounted fruit trees that we can get our hands on and plant them. That way here in a couple years they'll be producing and feeding the environment. But just wanted to run the numbers through. We're very happy, and it seems like every month we're improving, and that makes me feel good, makes me feel like we're doing our part. And I hope you guys enjoy watching us and how we do our part, and we'll see you in the next one.